Hello and welcome to Lesson 3 of All Block Module 4. Today our focus will be gum, grammar, usage, and mechanics, parts of speech. Let's take a moment to read our learning target. Our learning target for today is, I can identify and explain the function of verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs in a particular sentence. We know what the parts of speech mean, but today we'll want to identify or select or pick them out of a sentence and explain their function or tell what their job is in a sentence. Let's take a moment to review our part of speech anchor chart. Do you remember what the function of each part of speech is? Let's start with noun. What is the function of a noun? That is correct. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. For example, frog, boy, raindrop. What is the function of a verb? What is the function of a verb? That's right. A verb is a word that describes an action or state of being, like swim or fell. Who remembers what the function of an adjective is? An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun, like sluggish or small. Remember, an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb, like green, moist, quietly, or softly. And our last part of speech, a pronoun, is a word that is used to replace a noun, like she, it, or this. Previously in our gum work, we used this sentence to identify the parts of speech. Who remembers what raindrop and ground were? Yes, they are nouns. What was the verb in this sentence? You're correct. It was fell because that is what the raindrop did in the sentence. There was an adjective in this sentence. Who remembers what it was? Small is the adjective because it describes the raindrop. There is a word that describes the verb fell. Yes, it is softly. That is how the raindrop fell. Let's read the following sentences. We live on a watery planet, but there is also water we can't see beneath the Earth's surface. If a tanker truck represents all the water on Earth, the water in the atmosphere could barely fill a third of a pop can. Hint, what does barely describe? Let's look at our first sentence. We live on a watery planet. What part of speech is live? That's right. Live is a verb because it is telling us what we do. Let's move to the second sentence. What part of speech is surface? Correct. Surface is a noun, where the water is. Now let's move to the last sentence. What part of speech is barely? There is a hint. What does barely describe? Yes, barely is an adverb because it describes the verb fill. Let's look at one of our sentences. Can we identify the parts of speech in this sentence? What is the part of speech of the word we in this sentence? Great job. We is a pronoun that gives the subject of the sentence. Live. We already identified live as the verb of what we do. What is watery? That is correct. Watery is an adjective because it describes planet. What is the word planet? Very good. It is a noun. It names where we do the action. Now that we have done one sentence together, select one of the other two sentences. Can you find all the parts of speech in this sentence? I bet you can. Go. You did a great job of finding the parts of speech. Now that we are done with our gum activity for today, let's reflect on our learning. Give a thumbs up if you can identify and explain the function of verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs in a particular sentence. Give a thumb to the middle if you may need some additional help. Or give a thumbs down if you know you need additional support in identifying and explaining the function of verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs in a particular sentence. Thank you for all your hard work today, and until we meet again, have a great day.